Trexperts would like to begin today by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we record. We pay our respects to their elders past and present and extend that respect to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders listening to us today.
Finally got around to listening to an episode of the Trexpert Quiz Show podcast, and I really enjoyed it. This was the most recent episode, and I think it was about season 2 of Deep Space Nine. And the contestants, I think, go in cold. You know, they have no clue what the subject matter is going to be about. And these questions were freaking hard. You know, shout out to Kelvin Wood. You know, he was killing it on that first round. I got through the first round on my walk. But holy smokes, you know, he's invited me to be on it. But boo-boo, you need to, lower those expectations.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the third very exciting episode of Trexperts Quiz. I, as always, am your host, Davey Willett. I go by the pronouns he and him, and it is an absolute pleasure to welcome you back to the third round of Trexperts. It wouldn't be Trexperts, of course, if we didn't have our special guest host, scorekeeper, and adjudicator for the episode. And this week, it is my very special pleasure to introduce for the first time host of multiple podcasts across on the BQN Network, including All Good Things, It's Green. I think he pops up on Galaxy Class sometimes. He's just everywhere, really. It's Mark White. Mark, welcome to Trexperts.
Oh, such a pleasure to be here. I've only listened to the first two because this is episode 3, but I've listened to the first 2 and loved them, so I'm sure this is going to be great too.
Yeah, well, speaking of the second episode, you've just reminded me I need to actually, post a retraction or something like that. I had some controversy over one of my answers, Mark. I don't know if you remember this, but one of the questions I asked, who said we were retreating, there was no need for a suicide run from the Jem'Hadar in DS9 Season 2. Kelvin answered that it was Bashir, and I awarded him the point. But Star Trek King On, who is a big fan of the show on Instagram, pointed out all over his story that I was wrong, and it was actually Miles O'Brien who said it.
Oh, my.
I also had a few people take issue with me including the Jem'Hadar as a multi-part episode. I wonder what your thoughts on that. Do you think that because that kind of leads into the Search Part 1 and 2 in Season 3, but do you think that that's a multi-part episode?
Yeah, absolutely. But
I feel vindicated. Thank you.
Yeah, without question. But you can say that about a lot of Deep Space Nine, though. It's like if you didn't have this episode leading into the next, that takes away from the DNA, which is Deep Space Nine. It's like it is a lot of serialization. There's episodes in it, but so much of the story relies on the backs of sort of the episodes that came before.
Mark, I'm really excited to introduce you today to our 2 guests. I have been looking forward to having these 2 on the show for weeks. We have 2 halves of the Where's Beverly podcast, and I'm going to beam one of them in now. Let's activate the transporter. Our first guest comes from roughly near Toronto in Canada, as she describes it. She loves DS9 and First Contact, and she says that her favorite starship is the runabout in the episode One Little Ship. And I'm going to let her explain why that's the case. It's Sophia. Sophia, welcome to Trexperts.
Hello, thanks for having me.
So the runabout in One Little Ship, why is that your favorite starship?
Because it's a tiny little Lego ship.
So Sophia, it's exciting to finally have you on. You mentioned to me before you came on that you're not too sure how you do because you said that your You're more Star Trek opinionated than you are an actual Trek-spert. I think it was like
Yes.
90% Star Trek opinions, 10% Star Trek knowledge.
Yep.
Too funny. Well, look, let's beam in your opponent. The second half of the Where's Beverly podcast. Who also lists her favorite movie as First Contact, loves a bit of TNG, and really wishes that, actually lists her area of expertise as Janeway and Chakotay as a couple. It's Adrienne, coming all the way from Cologne in Germany. Welcome to Trexperts.
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm really excited to beat Sophia today.
That's a nice way to start the trash talk early. I love it.
Yes.
Yeah. How would you, I mean, so Sophia is quite candid that, you know, it's more Star Trek opinions than it is Star Trek knowledge. So how would you rate your own area of Star Trek expertise?
Okay, so I have Star Trek expertise in very weird, random areas of things that even I can't identify. So if I hear it and I hear you making a mistake about it and I happen to know that you're wrong, I will be able to correct you. Otherwise, I probably know nothing. So I don't even know that I can even classify, you know, what my knowledge is. I'm also very much, you know, high on the opinions side of things.
Do you get particularly animated, I guess, if you hear someone sort of saying something wrong about Star Trek and you know the right thing, or if someone argues you on a point around it? Because I know that I do. I'm like, no, I know the answer to this. I know all things.
Yeah, I do, especially if they're wrong, in my opinion, about something like so-and-so was the best character of all time, or that person was an asshat. And I'm like, excuse you. Do you remember the episode in season 2, you know, episode 25, in which they said this and this and this and this and this? Clearly, they're a compassionate individual. Yeah.
Yeah. No ass hats here. Well, neither of you have any idea what your topic is going to be. I did give you some hints when we were chatting offline. Anyone want to hazard a guess what you might be getting quizzed on today?
Hopefully 7 of 9.
Female characters in Star Trek? Question mark?
TNG season 2. I think there's a whole lot of that.
Shh, Mark. Shh.
Yeah. It's the Pulaski quiz. No, just
Well, the cork's off the bottle. You all know now.
Oh god! Imagine how would I even manage to fill 4 rounds of trivia about Dr. Pulaski? I mean, you maybe could at a stretch if you wanted to go really granular, and yeah. But anyway,
every time she was an android racist.
Android racist Pulaski.
She really is. She really is. When you go back and watch it, I'm just like, she is awful. Like. Maybe not so much an ass hat, but she definitely needs to, you know, wise up and get a little bit more 24th century woke. That's for sure.
Kind of an ass hat.
Kind of an ass hat. Yeah. Well, look, you were right. This is the first time we are doing a Queens of Trek round. So I have selected 3 characters who I think, from listening to your show over the weeks, I think that you may resonate quite well with these 3 characters. I'm going to introduce. So basically, each round focuses on a particular character, and it'll be general knowledge about the character and the actor who plays them as well. So, your first character for round 1 is 7 of 9.
Eat your heart out, Adrienne.
Shut up, Sophia. Shut up.
Dear. Mark, you've had a quick look at the questions. How would you rate the difficulty level today?
Well, I could answer some of them without cheating, so that gives me hope. If I was listening along, it's like, oh yeah, I could get some of these.
That must fill you with confidence. Okay.
Listen, if they've listened to All Good Things, they know my memory's not good at all. So the fact that I remember any of the answers to these is some kind of miracle. So round 1, question 1. For 1 point.
Which vigilante group is Seven a part of in Picard?
Adrienne.
Sophia.
Ooh.
That's clearly Adrienne.
Fenris Rangers.
Verified.
That is correct. 1 point straight off the bat. Question
Suck it,
2. I love when people get this extreme confidence from answering the first question correctly. What song does the Doctor teach Seven of Nine to sing?
Sophia.
Adrienne.
Sophia.
You are my sunshine.
Verified.
That is correct. Well done. What was the name of the ship that Seven's parents recklessly piloted to the Delta Quadrant
Sophia?
to study the
Adrienne.
Borg?
Sophia.
The Raven?
Verified.
Can I ask a
That is
quick
correct.
clarification
You are.
question? Can we say our names before you're finished answering the question, Davey?
You absolutely can, but be
Okay.
warned, that can lead to disaster sometimes.
That just shows the difference between the two of us, that you asked if you could do something that I've already been doing.
Lesson
Just get you
learned.
there.
Yeah. She's breaking the rules or not, but I'm just going to clarify if that's okay. All right, question 4, sorry. For 1 point, Jerry Ryan played a teacher in which David E. Kelly drama?
Sophia.
Definitely Sophia.
Boston Public?
Verified.
Ha
That is correct. Well done. I only watched
was
that
the
show
fun.
as a kid because she was in it.
Wasn't it? It wasn't Boston Legal?
She was
No, it
in
was
2
Boston
episodes
Public.
of Boston Legal, but she was in like 4 seasons of Boston Public.
What the heck is Boston Public? I live in Boston. I was like, are they just calling the show the wrong name? It's its own show?
Possibly.
Yeah.
It's about school teachers? I don't know.
Yeah,
Ah,
there was this
all
whole
right.
David E. Kelly verse going on in the late 90s, that all these shows that kind of crossed over with each other.
I bet he lives in Boston. If not, that's
All right,
very disappointing.
Question 5 for 1 point also. What was the name of the character that Seven played in the Captain Proton holodeck program?
Wait, Sophia,
Yep.
is this a trick question that she actually didn't play a character? That she just like de-roboted the robot?
No. She had a particular character.
Adrienne.
Yep.
I don't remember her name, which she was supposed to be Captain Proton's secretary.
That is correct, but it's not the answer.
Partial point. Does she get a partial?
No.
Well, yeah. Look, she could get. It's up to you, but you could award a half point. She
Or
was
the
the
0.5.
secretary.
Thank you.
The
Mom.
character.
Oh, where do I
The character's name was Constance Goodhart.
Goodhart. Constance
Oh.
Goodhart. Yes.
Dear. But yes, you were definitely in the right ballpark. Next question 6. What was Annika Hansen's favorite treat as a child?
Sophia.
So, Adrienne.
Sophia.
I heard. Yep.
Strawberries. Not a treat. No, fuck, no! Shoot, can I swear? I'm sorry.
Negative.
You can't swear. I've given up on people not swearing. Incorrect.
No,
Adrienne, do you want to have a
No,
go?
that's number 1.
Okay, so here's the funny thing. I was going to say strawberries, but now I'm realizing it's
'Cause-
it's from Strange New Worlds. So it's not
Yes.
strawberries. It was chocolate.
Negative.
They were so
No,
close.
you were so close. Strawberry tarts. She speaks about how I think it was her auntie, when she was upset, would try and entice her out of her room with strawberry tarts. Next question is question 7 of 9. Question 7 of 9 is always worth a few points. So this question is 4 points. And the question is, what were the names of the 4 Borg children Seven helped look after?
Sophia.
Yeah.
I know 2 of them. Isheb and Mazzotti?
Verified.
That's correct. That's 2 points. You don't know the other 2? They were twins.
I didn't
Adrienne?
care about them.
I had only Icheb. Naomi
Only
Wildman.
Cute.
Felix.
Incorrect.
They were the twins Azan and Rebi. Who knows how you pronounce that? And there was also an unnamed baby as well in that episode where she first rescues all of them. Question 8. Seven will be returning in season 3 of Picard, serving aboard which starship?
Adrienne. It's the
Yep.
USS Stargazer.
Negative.
That is
I know it.
incorrect.
Oh no.
Sophia?
Is it just the Stargazer? Without the USS on it?
Negative.
No, she will be... I mean, judging from the trailer, it's the Titan A.
the Enterprise. Oh no.
Okay.
Incorrect.
I don't know shit, guys. We said we don't know shit.
That's true. That's true. I mean, you got the USS Raven. That was good. But no, she's going to be serving aboard the Titan A, judging from the trailer anyway.
Okay.
Okay, final 7 of 9 question. What was Seven's full Borg designation?
Sophia.
Yep.
7 of 9 tertiary adjunct of Unimatrix 01.
Perfect.
Verified.
Very well done.
I just want to say
Congratulations.
this is unfair because you are married to her. And so, this is just unfair.
Whether she knows it or not, you are married to her.
I just love her so much.
Oh, dear. Well done. Well done. While Mark tallies up the scores, I found out while I was researching 7 of 9 questions and Jerry Ryan that apparently she was quite the beauty queen in her late teens and her young adult years. She has a few titles to her name. She was Miss Illinois in 1989 and was 4th in the 1990 Miss America pageant, and she won the swimsuit competition in that same pageant as well. Don't know if you knew that or not, but just a fun little bit of Jerry Ryan trivia.
It's on YouTube.
Mark, it is. I'm sure it is. Well, the actual
the whole pageant's on
beauty
YouTube.
queen. Oh my god, you really are married to her. Holy shit.
I haven't seen it out of respect for my wife.
Too funny. Mark, do you want to give us a score update at the end of round 1?
Well, at the end of round 1, we have Sophia in the lead with 6 points. Adrienne somewhere back there in the dust with 1.5 points.
Mark, I thought us Americans were going to stick together today, but
Girl. I don't know, girl.
Oh dear. I thought you did. You just flip the bird just then? By the way, did I just?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you did.
I could never. I would never.
Absolutely
Never
not.
flip
It was like
Sophia
that
off.
the cheeky live long and prosper from
It was. Thank you.
Lower
It was
Deck.
a cheeky
Yeah. Don't give me that sarcastic Vulcan salute. Yeah, well, look, anything can happen. It's only one round down. And look, you could definitely bring it back with the next round, which is going to be all about one of your favorites, Raffi.
This is so.
Uh-oh.
Ah!
What are they also? Are they? You spoke about her for a whole episode about what a great character she is.
True. However, I think Sophia is the one with the knowledge, mostly. But we'll see.
Yeah.
I think I know a lot about Raffi.
Question 1. What is Raffi's full name?
Adrienne.
Sophia.
Adrienne.
Raffaella Musiker.
Verified.
Well done. That is correct. Question 2. How does Raffi describe her life after Starfleet?
Adrienne. One big hellhole?
Close. You're very close.
You're quite close.
Yeah.
Sophia?
Yeah.
Living hell?
No.
Negative.
Adrienne was closer.
Yeah. It's one long slide into humiliation and rage. Question 3. What type of cake does Raffi replicate for Jurati
Sophia.
in the episode? Yep.
Red velvet.
Verified.
That's correct. And we have a bonus point for this one as well. What type of beverage does she replicate for her?
Sophia?
Yep.
Hot chocolate?
Negative.
Close. Adrienne, do you know it?
Is it a whiskey?
Negative.
Which is whiskey's very close to hot chocolate. Yes. It was chocolate milk.
Oh.
It's just a weird
She
thing to have with red velvet cake, though. Okay.
I know. And after like 3 slices of it, she replicates her chocolate milk, and she's like, "Oh, I think I'm going overboard." For me, that would be a recipe for all kinds of things that are unpleasant and not worth talking about. Question 4, 1 point. What does La Serena's hospitality hologram prevent Raffi from ordering via the replicator?
Sophia.
Oh, Adrienne.
Alcohol.
Verified.
Correct. Well done. Michelle Hurd appeared as a demon in which popular 90s
Adrienne!
Sophia.
Witches of East End.
Sophia.
Adrienne.
Negative.
Sophia. Charmed.
Yep.
Verified.
It was Charmed. She appeared as Katja in Season 7, Episode 18. Katja once served under the demonic Dark Lord of the Underworld, but watched as weaker demons surpassed her. Determined to make a name for herself, she went rogue and planned to bring herself to glory. All right, next question, question 6. Where was Raffi living when Picard came to ask her for help
Sophia.
finding a ship? Yep.
Sophia.
Vasquez Rocks.
Verified.
Correct. Very popular Star Trek filming location. Seen a lot in the original series. All right, the next question, question 7 of 9, is 2 points. What is the name of Raffi's son and ex-husband?
Adrienne.
Yep,
Adrienne.
The son's name is Gabe,
that's correct.
and her husband's name is Steve.
That's very close. You're so close.
Data insufficient.
Yeah, Gabriel Hwang is the name of the son. Sophia, do you know the name of the ex-husband?
Catherine
not Steve.
Janeway.
Negative.
And yeah. And no, his name was Jay, or Jai. And that was
Yeah.
which was revealed in one of the novels, I believe, which was Last Best Hope by Una McCormack. Question 8. Her surname, Musica, is German for what?
Adrienne.
Sophia.
Adrienne.
Musician.
I'll give it to you. I mean, it came up as music in the research, but I mean, you live in Germany, so I'm assuming that...
I'm not. I'm a musician. Yeah.
All right. Last question for the round. In early season 2, Raffi is serving as operations officer on which starship?
At the end of season, what season?
In early season 2.
Adrienne.
Yeah.
Is the Excelsior?
Verified.
Correct?
Really?
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep guessing Excelsior every time. I was like, I know that's a ship somewhere.
That's impressive.
Just say Excelsior to everything. You'll be right eventually. All right, that is the end of round 2. That was pretty good. Mark, I think the competition's come back into it. Can we get a score update?
Yeah, this is definitely a turnaround here. For round 2, we have Adrienne with 5 points and Sophia with 3.5 points.
Alrighty, so adding that to the totals, that means that puts Adrienne now on 6.5, and I think that puts Sophia on to 9.5. So much closer now. How are we feeling?
I
I'm
feel like
coming
I should
for you,
definitely be
Adrienne.
winning. You're already winning. You're already winning.
So before we go into the next round, I have to ask, where's Beverly? What prompted that name?
When we decided during the pandemic, like so many people, to start having a podcast because we were already having like hours of conversation a week about Star Trek Picard, we were sort of tossing around what would we call it? If we were to theoretically have a podcast, what would we call it? And I jokingly said we should call it Where's Beverly? Because where the hell is she? Right. And so we ended up, that sort of stuck. And then we asked very tongue-in-cheekly at the end of every episode, where's Beverly? And now we know she's going to be in season 3, but we're too far in to change it. So we're just going to like double down and continue asking, where's Beverly from now until eternity?
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. But clever though. And look, listeners, if you've had a chance to listen to Where's Beverly, you'll know how hysterically funny it is, but also how off topic it can go sometimes as well. Like I'm pretty sure I've listened to entire episodes about Orla Brady's backstory and IMDb profile page when you were supposed to be talking about Halloween movies.
We don't know what you're talking about, Davey. We would never.
But highly entertaining. I think I've reached out to you both on like social media before and said that you've made jokes and have literally had me like laughing in the middle of the street whilst I'm walking my dog. It's pretty funny. All right. Well, look, coming off that little question about Beverly Crusher is a good segue into round 3 because she is our third queen of Trek who we're being quizzed on today. It's all about everyone's favorite gal, our Bev, Blazin' Bev, and of course Gates McFadden as well. So I can see big, opened, smiling, excited faces at this. So we'll dive
Adrienne's
straight
gonna win this
into it.
one.
So on that note, question 1 is, besides a doctor, Beverly Crusher is also a skilled what?
Adrienne.
Sophia.
Yep.
Theater director and tap dancer.
Verified.
Correct. Bev. I didn't have the theatre director for Bev Crusher, but I definitely had the tap dancer. Question 2 is for 2 points. What rank did Beverly Crusher hold during season 1 of TNG? That's the first part of the question.
Sophia?
Adrienne.
Sophia.
Commander?
Verified.
Correct. And the second point is, in what episode do we see Beverly first taking command of the Enterprise?
Adrienne.
Yep.
It's thine own self. It's to thine own self, thine own self.
That's not what I have.
Negative.
Oh. Sophia?
Sub Rosa.
Negative.
No, and look, it could be up for debate, but I have it as Descent Part 1.
Descent. Is that the one where they fly into the sun?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's right.
Yep.
Mhm.
The
We had all the
two-part of the
Corona
bridge.
memes.
Yeah,
The,
yeah.
yeah.
We're fully engulfed in the Corona. That means so much more now than it did then. Anyway.
What animal does Q turn Beverly into during
Adrienne.
the episode? Yep.
An Irish setter. Dog.
Wow.
Verified.
That is so good because I just had a dog, but when I was writing the question, I tried so hard to find what type of dog it was. Like I looked at it, I'm like, I have no idea what breed that is. I was Googling it, like what breed of dog does Q turn her into? And well done.
This is what I'm talking about. I have no idea how I know that. Like no clue. So yeah.
I almost feel like a bonus point for that, but I'll leave that up to Mark. Next question. Bonus? Yeah, I reckon.
Well,
it's worth
a half
bonus.
point. Bonus half point.
A half. Yeah, agree. So, next question. What was the name of the ship that Beverly captained in All Good Things?
Adrienne. It's the USS Pasteur.
Verified.
Correct. Well done. I like this next question.
We weren't supposed to know ships, Adrienne.
I'm sorry. The pasteurization process, guys. You're the medical professional. Shall I remind you?
Pasteurization. The ship was named after full cream milk. Okay. Question 5. And this will be a race to the buzzer. Gates McFadden appeared as a secretary in which
Adrienne.
1984...
Adrienne.
Verified.
It's the Muppets Take Manhattan, guys.
It's the moment.
The rest of the question said, in which 1984 cinematic masterpiece?
Thank you, Davey. It is, in fact, a cinematic masterpiece.
You know, she was also, according to her website, she also used to be a Muppeteer and movement coordinator for the Jim Henson Studio. I did not know that. Question 6. What is Beverly Crusher's maiden name?
Adrienne.
Sophia.
Howard. It's Howard.
It's Howard.
Verified.
Correct. Now, you've kind of already had part of the answer to this for question 7 of 9 for 3 points. I should have quality checked the fact that I asked the same question twice, kind of. Name the 3 episodes in which we see Beverly Crusher in command of the Enterprise.
Adrienne.
Yep.
It's Descent, Thine Own Self, and technically it's First Contact.
Okay, so I mean, I guess you're kind of right on First Contact. I was looking for episodes, and Descent and Thine Own Self is correct. And I guess we'll give it to you because I was going to say Descent's Part 1 and Descent's Part 2 as 2 distinct episodes.
Oh, that's a tricksy. That's a tricksy question.
Yeah.
Verified.
Still give you one of those, though. We'll still give the points.
Thank you.
Which TNG co-star is the godfather
Adrienne.
of Gates?
Sophia.
Adrienne.
It's Brent Spiner.
Verified.
That
Sophia,
is
you gotta get
correct.
quicker, girl. I'm rooting for you, but come on.
I think there's a delay on my end.
Yeah, but the round 1 that didn't seem to be a delay.
This is my story and I'm sticking to it.
Sassy Vulcan salute.
Sassy Vulcan salute.
Final question. There are 2 parts to this question. For the first part, what was Gates's first Star Trek appearance since the film Nemesis?
Adrienne.
Sophia.
Adrienne.
It was Prodigy.
Verified.
Can you name the episode?
Yep, that's your bonus point.
I can't.
Sophia, do you know the name of the episode?
Yeah, isn't it the I can't pronounce it. The Kobayashi Maru.
Yes.
That one.
Verified.
That is correct.
One
well
piece
done.
of point. One piece of point. 1 point of
One piece of point. One piece
Listen,
point.
Listen, I'm having my evening cocktail here while you guys are having breakfast. So.
Also.
Oh, that's why you're in the lead.
Out of all the queens of Trek, if you both had to name a particular favorite, like someone who like truly stands out, who would you pick?
7 of 9, closely followed by Jadzia Dax.
You have some very interesting kind of fascinations with 7. You particularly just when I asked you to be on the show, you were like, "Oh, is it going to be about how she's what was it, the lesbian god of the galaxy or something like that?" And I was like, "Sure, we can make it about that."
Queer. Yeah, that's my expertise is 7 of 9 being queer.
Oh, and I love like the subtle way that they kind of made her queer in Picard. Like it just boom out of nowhere. She's like, oh, by the way, she's queer. What about you, Adrienne?
So I actually am going to have to go with Deanna Troi. So yesterday was Deanna Troi Day, and I just really love her because I think of all the Trek characters, she's the one that I like identify the most with. And so she would probably be who I would say just because of that.
All right. So, Mark, have you got a score update for us?
I do. So, score update right now for round 3, we have Sophia with 2 points and Adrienne, who hit warp drive all of a sudden and has 9.5 points.
I was alive when TNG aired. Sophia was not.
So
ageist. Therefore, these questions are ageist.
Yes. You're ageist.
So if I read your update in the spreadsheet correctly, Mark, it looks like that gives us... So Sophia is on a total of 11 and Adrienne is on a total of 16. Is that correct?
Correct.
Oh, a nice close race heading into the final warp speed round. So the warp speed round is going to be 20 quick-fire questions that will come one after the other. If we don't get an answer within 10 seconds, we will move on to the next question. Same format as always, buzz in to answer. And this is a mishmash of our 3 queens of Trek that we've just talked about. So all about Raffi, 7, and Blazin' Bev. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Question 1. Raffi was Picard's first officer on which starship?
Adrienne.
Adrienne.
Oh, the Excelsior.
No.
Negative.
Question 2. What was the name of the Vulcan doctor who was also on the Enterprise D's medical staff?
Sophia.
Sophia.
Dr. Solar?
Verified.
Correct. Well done. Question 3. Who gave 7 dating advice when she was dating Chakotay?
Adrienne.
Sophia.
Adrienne.
It was the doctor.
Negative.
Not what I have. Sophia?
Oh, Sophia? Oh God. Tom Paris.
Negative.
That would have been interesting.
No. Apparently it was Neelix. Neelix gave her dating advice on what to do for the dates.
That sounds made up.
Away from her.
That sounds horrible.
I think that's a better answer. Yes, thank you.
What is the name of the substance Raffi smokes through her futuristic vape?
Sophia.
Adrienne.
Ooh, that was close.
Adrienne.
Mark, who did you... Adrienne?
Snake leaf.
Verified.
Correct. In what season of The Next Generation was Gates McFadden also pregnant?
Adrienne.
Sophia.
Adrienne.
It's season 4.
Verified.
Correct. She learned about it just days after filming the episode
Adrienne.
Remember Me.
Oh, sorry. What's the question? Sorry.
Not a question, but sure. Oh, dear. I mean, but if you know the rest of the interesting trivia fact, that's fine. Oh, dear. She learned about it days after filming Remember Me, where she performed her own stunts, but I'm guessing you already knew that, how enthusiastically you felt. What was Gates McFadden's main frustration about the way Beverly's relationship with Wesley was written?
Sophia.
Yep.
It's that all the men got to give like fatherly advice and he listened to the men and she wasn't allowed to like actually have Wesley listen to her. Like a man had to tell the same advice that she was going to say.
Verified.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. She wanted to be more active in his career aspirations. Instead, she was always, the dotting mother, like, all the emotional stuff. But Picard was always giving the career and scientific advice, where she was supposed to be this fabulous, well-established scientist, but yet never really kind of mentored him in that way. So you are correct. Next question. Where was Jerry Ryan born?
Adrienne.
Sophia.
Yeah.
Adrienne.
She was born in Germany.
Verified.
Sure, she was born in Munich. Her father was in the US Army, and she spent a lot of her childhood on army bases all over the world, and she described herself as an army brat. Next question. What is the name of Gates McFadden's podcast?
Adrienne.
Rafia.
Adrienne.
It investigates, and it's really good. You guys should listen.
Verified.
I haven't had a chance to listen yet. I'm super keen, though. Now, you kind of maybe answered this one before. This is actually 2 points. We know Gates as an actor, but what other 2 entertainment talents does she have?
Sophia.
Yep.
She's a choreographer and a director, and she like directs theater plays.
Verified.
Correct, which is as listed on her website. And she also does some teaching.
I was going to say she rides the unicycle, so your answers were better.
Yes.
Sophia.
I mean, that would technically be correct as well.
Dear. On last week's episode, we decided that she was also the Little Mermaid. But anyway. She just does everything. She's amazing. Next question. Which Law and Order series did Michelle Hurd first receive major TV recognition for?
Sophia.
Yes, Sophia?
Special Victims Unit.
Verified.
Correct. Which episode of Picard does Raffi first appear in?
Adrienne. Maps and Legends.
Verified.
Well done, correct. It's hard to remember Picard and Discovery episode titles because they don't put them on the screen like they used to. It's really annoying. Random Orla Brady question. Who did Orla Brady play in Game of Thrones?
Adrienne.
Sophia.
Yep.
Adrienne.
It was Adrienne? Yep.
She was not in Game of Thrones.
I found that she was.
Her IMDb page is in my brain. She's not in Game of Thrones.
There's no way she was in Game of Thrones.
I googled it and said, who did Orla Brady play in Game of Thrones?
Sophia, are we taking crazy pills?
I remember her from
I
Fringe.
can tell you a lot of things that she was in that are like Game of Thrones, but she was not. I can definitively say she was not in Game of Thrones.
I can tell you that Hannah Waddingham from Ted Lasso was in Game of Thrones. And we know that because where's Beverly podcast? I can tell you that my cat's name is Sansa, and that comes from Game of Thrones. But
so I just googled who did Orla Brady play in Game of Thrones. Orla plays Lydia, one of the feudal baron's wives in the show, but her nose is put out.
That's
of
an
joint
Into
when
the
he takes
Badlands.
it's Into the Badlands.
Yeah. Into the Badlands is a different show. She plays Lydia, the Baron's wife, in the show Into the Badlands, not Game of Thrones.
Interesting. Okay, well there we go. We'll strike that from the record, and I think maybe
Incorrect.
we
That was baby.
dear. That's all right.
We know
I'm
our
happy
Orla
to be.
Brady filmography.
They should each get a point for that.
I think we should each get a point. Each get a point.
Each get a point.
Next question. What was Beverly Crusher doing when Dr. Pulaski took over as Enterprise Chief Medical
Sophia.
Officer?
Adrienne.
Sophia.
She was the chief medical, or she was the person in something in Starfleet Medical. She did something in Starfleet Medical. Research something.
Negative.
No.
I'm gonna go to Adrienne. I mean, you were on the right path, but I'm looking for something more specific.
So she was the head of Starfleet Medical.
Closer. She was the acting head of Starfleet Medical.
Acting head of
That's a
Starfleet.
half point each.
Okay.
That's yeah. Random Pulaski question. Pulaski had a romance with whose father?
Adrienne.
Yep.
Will Riker.
Verified.
Right. With his dad, Kyle. Question 15. What was the name of the space ghost that Beverly bonks
Adrienne.
in Sub Rosa?
Sophia.
Adrienne.
It's Roman. And
Verified.
life form.
Question 16. What special alien martial arts did Seven learn and take on Dwayne The Rock Johnson in?
Oh. It starts with the. Oh, I don't know it. Damn it.
What letters does it start with? That'd be impressive.
Doesn't it start with a T?
It does.
Half a point for Sophia.
I can see I can see because it's the app. Like I can see it
She's
in.
talking.
Unable to comply.
Oh, dear. All right. Too long to answer. It was Sunkatsi.
But it starts with a T. I gave her half a point.
Oh, dear.
Thank you, Mark.
He's been pretty generous after a couple of Kaluas this one. But anyway,
And you get a point. And you get a point. I feel like I have godlike powers.
I'll take it.
oh, dear. All right, we're getting to the end. Question 17. Which Voyager actor was allegedly very unhappy with Jerry Ryan's casting?
Adrienne.
Sophia.
Adrienne.
It was Kate Mulgrew.
Oops,
Unable to comply.
wrong one. Sorry.
Verified.
Yes, and I found an interesting quote. At one point, Kate pulled the line producer aside and said Jerry Ryan is not allowed to use the bathroom unless she uses it before work or after work, but not during work. Another castmate also added that it just took too long to get her in and out of the cat suit to go to the toilet, and no one else could use it, apparently. Question 18. What was the name of Beverly Crusher's deceased husband?
Adrienne.
Adrienne.
Yep.
It was Jack Crusher.
Verified.
That is correct. All right, second last question. Finish this line. If there's nothing wrong with
Adrienne.
me...
Sophia.
Adrienne.
There must be something wrong with the universe.
Verified.
Correct. All right, and final question. Finish this line. You're not Nana.
Adrienne.
Sophia.
Adrienne.
Nana's dead.
Verified.
Woo! Well done. Oh, dear.
I'm mad that I didn't get the strawberry tart question right.
But you got Boston Public and Law and Order, and those were things I had no idea about.
You got all the
Ah.
ship questions right. I feel like who even are you?
See, this is we are typical. We are like textbook girl best friends because we came to destroy each other, but at the end we're like hyping each other up. We're like, no,
Yeah,
you
you're
did
like,
it.
oh, no, good on you, girl.
Good job.
So proud of you.
Huxies.
Oh, dear. What did you... Was there anything you learned today that you didn't know before? I learned that Ola Brady was not in Game of Thrones.
I think the penalty for that is that we just take over the show. Like, you're the contestant now, baby.
Yeah, exactly. What did Davey get? No points because he doesn't know anything about Ola Brady, apparently.
That's okay because we know everything about Orla Brady.
We had nothing to do during the pandemic, and there was no season 2 of Picard, and so we said there's not as much Laris and Zibon as we would like, so let's watch Orla Brady and Jamie McShane's filmographies. So we did.
How specific? Okay. All right, I think Mark has got he's got our final scores. Mark, do we have a clear winner?
We do have a pretty clear winner, but it was neck and neck there for a little while. But the score ended with Sophia with 18 points and Adrienne with 28.5 points.
Congratulations.
We're no longer friends.
Oh dear.
Good one.
I mean, you did say that you came to destroy, and you did. So well done. Do you have a Jerry Ryan like Miss Illinois speech that you want to give?
I just want to thank Sophia for this opportunity to beat her, and also the whiskey cocktail that I had, which lowered my inhibition so that I was able to answer faster.
Agreed.
Combined with the fact that it's about midnight where I am. So all of that I really think combined sort of together to create the perfect storm of winningness.
Fabulous. And Sophia, do you have a concession speech you'd like to give?
Find a new podcast host, bitch.
Brutal.
Girl.
I love it. Dear. Well, thank you so much. You two have been such fun contestants to have on. And thank you as well to Mark for guest hosting and being such a fabulous score and very generous scorekeeper, by the way.
Thank you, Mark.
Mark was awesome.
Your co-host Amy last week was not as generous. She was always just like, Davey, I'm not giving them a point for that.
That sounds like Amy.
Oh dear. So before we wrap up, Mark, where can the Trexperts find you?
Well, as you mentioned, you can find me on All Good Things podcast on the BQN Network. I also have my show It's Green if you become a patron of the network. Also, occasionally you can find me on both Union Federation on BQN as well as Galaxy Class on BQN. I'm also on Twitter at MarkWhite207.
Excellent. You're just everywhere, really.
Kinda.
And Adrienne, where can the Trexperts find you?
So I'm going to let Sophia answer this question because she knows the names of our socials, and I will tell you incorrect every time, but I don't need to. So, Sophia.
What's going to happen when she's off the podcast?
Right. Twitter at Where's Beverly, Instagram at Where's Bev, Tumblr Where's Beverly at tumblr.com, and Gmail Where's Beverly at gmail.com.
Tumblr. Wow, have you got a MySpace too? That's insane.
Someone at a Star Trek convention was like, you should get a Tumblr, and then we did.
And she was a Gen Z, and she said we needed a Tumblr. That the fandom was still very active there.
She found you on her Pinterest page. Dear. And look, listeners at home, if you have not listened to Where's Bev or the multitude of podcasts that Mark is on, go and have a listen. They are incredibly entertaining. Like I said, Where's Beverly has me cracking up all the time. And as for myself, you can find Trexperts Quiz on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter by searching Trexperts Quiz. And you can also find us and listen to the show on our new website, trexpertsquiz.com. Please make sure that you like and subscribe and leave reviews for us wherever you get your podcasts. It would be grateful to help the show continue to find success. If you were listening to these two today and you were like, I know way more about Beverly Crusher and Orla Brady and all the rest, and you would like to put your Latin where your mouth is, you can get in contact with us via the socials or via our website and register your interest to be a contestant on the show. So that's it. Please tune in next week where we will be quizzing Alex and Sammy from the Original Siblings podcast. And until then, no matter where you do, no matter where you go, make sure you go boldly. Peace out, live long and prosper, everyone.